Hello everyone and welcome back to It's Never Too Late podcast. And if this is your first time joining me, welcome. This is Never Too Late podcast. Here I discuss different topics each week that helps everyone to live in a positive way. In this episode, I will talk about hesitate. Do you become paralyzed when trying to decide whether or not to take that job? Or choose between two things? Making decisions for you can be difficult at the best of times, particularly where emotions or fear are involved. Making a decision can result in hesitant responses by answering questions with maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, give me time, I'm confused, I'll look at my calendar, or I'll get back to you on that. Quite often, these verbal stop signs are used evasively for avoiding situation or for not making an immediate decisions. Some of us use those verbal stop signs for genuine reasons. However, for those who live in a fear of making bad decisions, it can become a habitual practice of avoidance with excuse making. Struggling with hesitated is like being stuck in the mud, and it's just no fun. Hesitations isn't always bad. For example, you can hesitate before saying or doing something that may hurt others or yourself. So in this scenario, it's actually good to double think your actions or words. Sometimes hesitations give you valuable time to think about the situations. It gives you the chance to gather more information and weigh the facts. If you can't make a quick decisions, it may be a sign that the choice really matters to you. If you're second-guessing yourself, it may be a warning you're about to make the wrong decision. The important thing is not to let indecisions keep you stuck forever. Hesitate become a bad thing when it is lasted too long. And if you ask me how long is too long, I will tell you that it depends on the circumstances. Ask yourself, will you miss an important opportunity if you wait? Could you lose something that you really want? Is the decisions getting harder to make the more you dwell on it? Hesitations can be linked to negative outcomes since the feeling itself is associated with things such as fear, lack of confidence, and overthinking. If you hesitate to decide not to decide, you give up your power of choice. Someone else may be hired for that job you wanted, or another buyer might move into your dream home, or someone will marry your dream girl, or take that scholarship that you were hesitating to take it. There are many reasons that can explain why you are hesitating, and of course, they can be different based on the situations. Still, some of the most common reasons are fear, as the number one culprit behind hesitations, and I am talking about the bad type, is fear. When you want to make a decision, especially a big one, fear is a common companion that will try to talk you out of it. When things go too far, fear can turn into our greatest enemy. We fear everything that is not familiar to us. So fear that leads to bad hesitations can keep us away from growth and prosperity. That's why the first thing you must do is figure out what is it and write it down. Ask yourself, what will do if your fear comes to pass? Is it truly possible? If so, how will you cope? And it's okay to fear things, as long as there are some boundaries to how much you are going to let fear interfere in your life's decisions. Fear's purpose is to promote survival, and it means to remind ourselves that we need to make the decision that is the best for us. This triggers good hesitations, also comfort zone. Things in your comfort zone are familiar to you, and you almost always know the outcomes of every action. It feels safe and good, so why running it? The truth is, the real world does not work that way, which is why we hesitate a lot when it comes to getting outside our bubble and doing things that scares us or taking risks with unknown outcomes. But your comfort zone is your enemy, and so is hesitations. So try to get rid of them by learning how to take calculated risks and by allowing yourself to fully experience life. One reason for hesitating, obviously, when you are faced with too many options, it won't be easy for you to decide on one that works best for you. Hence, you start hesitating about your possible decisions. Is this the best choice for you? Can you go with something else and do better? How can you know that you are making the right decisions? There can be millions of questions and no one single right answer. You can always ask for other people's opinion if you are faced with too many options, but at the end of the day, you need to put your foot down and make one final choice. Are you an overthinker? I think it's safe to say that we all are, at least at some point in life. But I think that overthinking is one of the worst things that you can do to yourself when you are faced with a big decision. To think twice before you do something is completely normal, but to constantly think about one same thing over and over again plants a seed of hesitations in your mind. By overthinking, it's unlikely that you will ever make a big decisions in your life that will change it for the better. Instead, you will be stuck in constant worries and hesitations every time an opportunity presents itself to you. And to overcome hesitations, you need to first understand it. You already know some of the main causes behind it. So next time you are in this situation, you can try and avoid endless hesitation. You can embrace your fears and deal with your insecurities. You can work on getting out of your comfort zone or put an end of overthinking depending on your situation and what the cause of your hesitation is. You can find the solution by facing the core problem. It's not going to be easy to recognize the good from the bad, and it will take some practice. So, to deal with hesitate and to become an expert at anything, you need to practice. Start making little decisions every day. Shoot for at least 10 decisions. Decide what you're going to have for lunch and what route you're going to take to work. Go to your favorite store and choose one small purchase. As little things came up through the day, practice making faster decisions, unless it's a big one. Don't put it off. Give yourself a time limit and decide. Still, there are also some things that you can do to make this process easier for you. You can start by setting up goals and detailing the process of how you are going to get to your goals. That way you won't be faced with so many options and it will be easier for you to predict the circumstances, making it easy for you to deal with your fear. Remember to take a break every now and then to give up and to give yourself some time to relax. That way, most likely, you will make decisions much easier and hesitations will no longer stand in your way to succeed. Reach the end of this episode, but before I want to thank everyone who has supported this podcast, either by leaving a review or sharing an episode with friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in next episode. Till then, stay happy and healthy.